Greetings, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. South America, thank you for joining me. So everybody hit that like button. Jane, Kristen, Timothy Glass, good to see you. Hi, Barbara Waite. Thank you for being here. Chamari, this is so cool. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in. If you could, hit that like button. Hello, A. Hello, Tassie Dalt. All right. The word, look at this. We're going to have some fun talking tonight. Timothy says the word drugs just makes my skin crawl. Hi, Lilac Lime. We're in an interesting spot, don't you think? All right, real deal. So listen, I don't know if you heard, but there's a 1 hot minute tonight. It's going to happen quarter after. So thank you for the 5x5. Somebody get something hot. It doesn't need to be a face melter at all. Just something spicy that we can indulge. If you've never been a part of a 1 hot minute, ooh, are you in for a treat? This is what we do. You're going to get something hot from your refrigerator, pantry, garden, something. And I'm going to do a quick review of this, and then at quarter after, everybody's going to eat something hot. Hair in my face. The exact same time. Spicy Jen heard you. Susie, good to see you. All right, and then it's horse race. You're going to say what your heat is, like as it climbs. I'm at a 2. Now I'm at a 4, and it's really, really fun. You guys are going to enjoy it. Tommy Bird. Sorry if I'm late. Man, we've been going for 1 minute and 47 seconds. How dare you? Tommy, you're never late. It doesn't start until you get here. Chili Phil, nice to see you. Dale Cox, greetings. All right. So since we're doing the 1 hot minute at quarter after, don't have too much time to waste. Hi, DS Kitty. We're going to talk a little bit. There's a battle raging. Listen, if you're not somebody who's sober, you don't quite feel it as much. But if you're somebody who is sober, you do feel it. I've got some steps that we can take that can help. Yesterday, I mentioned I was in a casino with somebody. Hi, Renee B. Hi, Sam. Somebody from the Spice community. We were talking out a collab. I ordered a cranberry juice, and he ordered a beer. And they said, "Hey, can I put some vodka in that for you?" I said, "No." The people that don't have a problem, it's almost 2 different camps. The people that don't have a problem with any substance, and the people that do. People that don't want to hear it, you know. And what we need to do is learn to stay in our own lane. So I'm going to give you a couple quick points to help us do that. There are beefs against, I believe in harm reduction. In other words, if you're drinking a fifth of whiskey a day, if you can change that and drink a 6-pack of beer a day, that's harm reduction. That's a good thing. I know people that they don't drink, but they eat gummies. They call that California sober. People that are sober will say, "You're not sober." And there's too much attitude with everybody. So what I'm going to talk about tonight, look at this. I'm here early for a change. Since Tassie Dalt, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about a couple steps you can use to stay in your own lane, because it's important. All right. Now, real quick before I get into those steps, when I announced that I was sober, I didn't say I'm sober and you should be too. If you drink too much, you need to look at that. I never did that. It's none of my business. I was worried about me. Pepper Palegia, good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. We're going to talk about that. All right. Anybody sober in the chat? No, yeah, I think it was this morning. I don't, if I go out to a restaurant, I'm not going to say I don't drink anymore. If I'm at a party, I don't drink anymore, because they're going to say, what does that mean? Just say I'm a non-drinker, and that covers it. It's a pretty good day. It's a very, very good day. All right, so let's talk about that. If you're somebody who doesn't drink anymore, but you eat gummies, I'm not going to look down my nose at you. I think we all need to be a little bit more accepting and not looking for a battle, because that's what happens. All right, so real quickly, the reason I'm going to fly through this, because at quarter after, guess what we're doing? Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it. A quarter after, we're doing 1 hot minute. Boy, if you've never experienced a 1 hot minute before, real quickly, before I even get going, if you've never, ever been a part of a 1 hot minute, I want to see some 5s in the chat. How about that? We're going to mix it up today. If you've never done a 1 hot minute, let's see some 5s. I want to see. Hi, Katie. Where are you? I know. What are you doing? Huh? Katie? Look at that. Cindy G has never been involved with a 1 hot minute. Boy, you're going to have fun. Tommy Bird never has. Susie. Here's the thing, Susie, you don't have to eat anything really hot. It can be Doritos. It's not the point of burning yourself. It's camaraderie and community, and that's what it's about. So don't worry about heat. I'm not eating a really hot sauce today at all. I'm going to do mine a little early. And the reason I do mine early is because you'll see when it starts, it gets crazy. Whole bunch of people who have not been a part of 1 hot minute. Tassie Dole says, is it okay if I email you, Johnny? I have a relevant story I would like to share with you and get your thoughts on. Please do. It is chasetheheat@gmail.com. Look at all these 5s. I'm not sure the world, I tell you what, I don't hate Jews. Content deleted. Everybody with a wrench, pay attention to that person because I got a feeling I'm not sure where they're at. Chill out, Katie. I don't hate Jews, and we can't make a blanketed assumption that the world does because most people, I don't know anybody who does. All right. So, like I said, if you got a wrench, keep an eye on that person. I don't know who they are. Suspect. There you go, Susie. You can eat Doritos. That's perfect. Yes, 1 hot minute, Sam. Jamari loves spicy. Eat habaneros almost daily. If the stomach allows, I get it. Sometimes the stomach doesn't allow. Archie's mom, good to see you. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put, if you show up and you don't have a name, you're just going to, I need to keep an eye on you. Where'd you go? It's cool. He's in timeout for a while. Let him think about his comment. All right. Hey, Dale Cox, good to see you. Hate sure is. Busy Dragon, good to see you. DS Kitty, hello. All right, it's all right. We got to take care of Teresa Maddox, good to see you. All right. So let's talk about what we can do. Brock Bandy, good to see you, to stay in our own lane. And this is especially with respect to sobriety. Here's what happens when someone gets sober too many times, they're pointing the finger and they're becoming holier than thou. They get on a soapbox or a pedestal, whatever, and they start preaching. And I'm not about that. I think that's a disastrous thing to do. It doesn't help. All right. So let's talk about 3 things you as somebody who's sober can do. A lot of people here are sober. If you're not, it's okay. Tonight's going to be my first 1 hot minute. I think it'll be brave and try a habanero. That's very brave. I'm glad you're here for your first 1 hot minute. That's pretty cool. Real deal. All right. So listen, the first thing, own your journey. Okay. Without forcing it on others. Okay. Seems simple enough. As I said, when I got sober, I didn't say you should too. I'm better sober. I don't know why you're still drinking. I didn't do that. Stay in your own lane. Stay committed to your sobriety. All right. Stay in your lane, whatever your lane is, without being judgy or preachy. That's an important thing. What you ought to do, what all of us need to do, what I want to do is inspire by action. Lead by example, right? Not by pressuring people. It doesn't work. You need to let your life speak for itself without expecting others to follow your path. All right? Think about this. When I did the video 6 years ago, I said, I'm sober. I didn't say you ought to get sober. You have no idea how many people say that they're sober because of that video. You're sober because of you. You were the student and that video was the teacher. I mean, it happened live once. Still gets a lot of views, but I didn't do what you did. All right. So own your journey without forcing your journey on other people. That's important. That's okay, Rocket Queen. I'm glad you're here. Number 2, set boundaries. Don't set ultimatums. That's a big deal. Protect your space and your peace. Right? Know when to step back and when to speak up. There's wisdom in that. Don't try to control others' choices. It's a bad idea. It doesn't work. Staying in your lane means knowing where your influence ends and somebody else's begins. And err on the side of caution. If you think, I'm not sure if I should say that, then probably don't. That's what I'm saying. The last one is practice compassion. Don't practice comparison. Please. You need to understand that everyone is dealing with their own demons, right? Even if it doesn't look like yours, because that's what's going on. Staying in your lane means choosing empathy over criticism and remembering that different doesn't mean wrong. All right. I think those are simple things, but do it. It'll help. Brock's had a rough day. Yep, he has. Been talking to him. Love you, dude. Prayers for you, man. Roberta, good to see you. Here we go. All right. Love over the other thing. You got that right. There's too much of the other thing going around. So love, 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 love. That's what's going to turn things around. I can say that because it's what's turned things around for me, Let me get into some of the comments here. Stay in your own lane. Seriously, don't judge others. If somebody's eating gummies, what is it any of your business? If somebody's still drinking when you've quit, what is that any of your business? Lead by example. If you show a happy life free of substances, maybe someone's going to, wow, I want that. I want what that person has. Stay in your own lane. Herb just says, Johnny, just watched your haunted ghost pepper chip review. I love your reaction to that chip. Can I tell you, that's one of the best. Man, it's a bummer they don't make it anymore, but that's a wicked good chip. It really, really is. A lot of ones for Brock. He's a good dude. You too, real deal. Thank you for saying that. Brock's a brother. He's a good dude. I'll tell you something. He's having a difficult day, for real. So, just like Kristen said, if you are brand new to this and you're saying, ones, like, what in the world is that? That's a virtual hug, a digital hug, okay? Some people are into vibrations and positive feelings. Stay in your lane. Some people are believers and they pray. Stay in your lane. Some people are just saying this is a digital hug. I see you. I know you're suffering. I acknowledge you. Hang in there. So that's what the ones are about. Lisa Trimble, so good to see you. Okay, let me get some more of these comments here. Teresa Maddox says, hello, Johnny and chat. Caught alive. I'm so glad you're here, Teresa. Thank you for stopping in. Barbara Waite says, I indulged in my one remaining addiction today. I had a Coke with lunch, and I do mean Coca-Cola. Nothing wrong with that. Have you guys ever had like the Mexican Coke? They use real cane sugar. It's not that high fructose corn syrup. What a difference in flavor. It doesn't make you feel like crap after you've eaten it or drank it. If you've never had one of those Mexican Cokes, get them. In fact, I don't know if it's true, I heard that the administration is doing away with high fructose corn syrup in Cokes. Look, I don't know if it's true. It's what I heard. Herb just says, I had 12 hot chili peppers and chicken breast smothered in Melinda's Scotch bonnet sauce. Man, that sounds like a good thing. I'm glad you're here, dude. Tim says, by God's grace, you are helped or healed, not to boast about it or condemn others who have the habit. Fact. You know what I mean? It's the truth. And I'm sober and people see me smiling and having a good life. And, what it says is there's hope. Because, man, if I can get sober, anybody can. A says we can only change ourselves. Hounding others never works. They have to want change, and they won't do it until they are ready, unfortunately. It's the truth. My brother said something a long time ago that was profound to me. He does that. He's that guru thing. But he said people stop doing drugs or drinking when they've done enough. And I got to the point where I did enough. And I can't tell you how much happier I am now. No joke. Tommy Bird says, my dad got sober through AA and started going to all their big meetings across the country and speaking. Now, that's now his drug. Tell me about it. Man, when I get an email and someone says, I'm sober because of you, first of all, I always say the same thing. As fast as I can, I fire back an email and say, no, it was you. I didn't do a thing. Own it. Be proud of it. But I get high from that. I kid you not. I get a little bit of a dopamine dump when someone says that they're sober because of something that happened here. It's a very, very cool thing. If you become involved in somebody else's sobriety, don't push it on them. But when someone says they're getting sober, if you want to get involved and be a support for them, when you become an active role in somebody else's sobriety, their journey does wonders for yours. It's the truth. I'm more than proud of him and super happy about it. But at one time, he thought it meant he got a throne right next to the Father and the Son. Well, yeah, listen, it's a journey. We all go through, everybody's path is different. So your dad's path took him, wherever it took him, but you're proud of him and he's in a good spot now. It's a good thing. If you've been around long enough, you'll see somebody who gets sober and pushes the agenda, what they're doing, their journey on somebody else's. And that doesn't work. It's like trying to force somebody to go to church. It's just you're wasting your time. Barbara says, if your day starts out tough, don't assume it's going to end up that way. Boy, that's a fact. That's why this morning when I talked about it's a really important one about fear and everything else, but protect your mornings. Protect your mornings like it's a fortress, like your life depends on it. Because in the morning, that's how our whole day starts. What happens in the morning sort of dictates our steps for the day. So whatever you do, try to protect your mornings. I think that's an important thing. Swifter Cube just hit 9 months the other day. I never felt better. My worst days are now better than my best days drinking. Man, how cool is that? See, I see that. How cool. Swifter Cube, thanks for being here. If you have a question or a comment, if you got questions, throw some capital Q's in there, please, if you don't mind. And that, hi, Keith Kingman. What it'll do is it'll get my attention and I'll flag it and I'll get back to it. If you've got a comment that you really want me to read, just throw some capital C's in there. And again, it'll get my attention. Real Deal says, and still the hottest man on the internet. We all move in different ways. You have, and I respect that and love for that. Hey, I'm still doing spicy reviews. It's so funny. Everybody's like, oh, you're done? No, I did 3 spicy reviews this week. I'm not more. This is only Tuesday. In the last 7 days, I'm not done. I'm going to change the name of the channel. I'm not really, but it's Chase the Heat Buffet. If you go to a buffet, you're not going to like every single thing that's on the buffet. You eat what you like and you pass on the stuff you don't like. You don't give the finger to the cook. You know what I mean? You consume what you want and kind of move on with the stuff that you don't want. That's what this channel is about. First of all, I've been playing guitar on the channel for a really long time. I've been doing cat videos for years. Now I'm just doing Ecuador videos as well, but I'm definitely not done with my quest to find hot. I think it's sort of funny that people think I am. I'm not. I promise you. Tommy says, yes, protect your mornings. Should be a t-shirt. That would be a good t-shirt. For real. Wes Lightburn. Man, I'm glad to see you. All right, so 1 hot minute. If you don't have your substance yet, we have 14 minutes. Go to the fridge, your pantry, your garden, something. Because at 1:15, we're going to do a 1 hot minute. If you've never been a part of one, you will see it. Sam says, I'm going to send you an email of a video of Athena's ultrasound. Johnny, so cute. She's so full of energy. What's an exciting time. I'm happy for you, dude. So Herja says, I think I'm going to have to start a petition to bring back Jack Jekyll sauces. I remember that. What a bummer. Still the best hot sauces I've had. I remember those. I do. I reviewed some of them. Roberta says, my brother's been sober for 36 years. His biggest peeve, when someone says they used to be an addict. You are always an addict, right? I stay in my own lane. There's my answer. If he says, I'm not an addict, but he's 36 years sober, listen, there are people that are like that. You know what? I don't have a problem. Somebody thinks that is a decision somebody needs to make on their own. I think if somebody doesn't want to say, hey, I'm an addict, I'm okay with that. You know why? Because that's their journey. I have to do my journey, right? So I live and let live, for real. It's one of those things. Dizzy says, no joke, Mexican cola. I think my head hurts if I don't drink it. It varies from bottle to bottle and production plant. Some add aspartame, some add fructose, but you'll see Sabor Original under logo. Tommy and I used to go to this place in Tucson that had just Mexican Cokes, and they were just so delicious. Tony Suter is a good person right there. I mean that. Let's see here. Tassie Dolt. Tassie Dolt says, has Tommy had a dentist appointment? Hope he's doing good. Visited a dentist. I think they've set an appointment. What's something they could do on the spot? Fortunately, it's not really hurting him right now. If you've ever had impacted molars, it'll hurt for a period of time and then kind of go away, and then it'll hurt again and then go away. And then the time between pains gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Then you got to deal with it. So he's getting it done, and hopefully soon. Kristen says it doesn't have to be super hot. Maybe shrimp cocktail sauce is the spiciest thing you can do. It counts. I remember in one of the 1 hot minutes, somebody didn't have anything hot. I said, "Do you have salt and pepper at your house?" They said, "Yes." Pepper. It's got the word pepper in it. Listen, this isn't so much about burning as it is about community. And if you don't know what I'm talking, bless you. Cat sneezing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, man, you will in a minute. Lisa, got to get to bed. Sick. Wish I could be here for 1 hot minute next time. Boy, you'll be in my prayers, Lisa. Hang in there, please. All right. We are only 11 minutes away from 1 hot minute, people. Real Deal says, okay, 14 minutes, Mr. Naga, and my pasta, whole jar going on. Let's do this. Naga, wicked pepper. Costco has Mexican Coke. That's an awesome thing, Barbara. Didn't know that. Warhead, Warthog, Hot Bite, the green thing that came out of the Warthog in the jigsaw patch. Good name. I like it. All right, we are 10 minutes away from 1 hot minute. And boy, if you haven't done one yet, it's a good time. You're going to like it. Look at that. Even cinnamon counts. You bet. If you got wasabi, that'll count. You know what? Honest to God, I don't care what you're eating. This is community. But it better be hot. No, I'm kidding. It could be anything. We just want you to be here. Monk says, I finally caught 1 hot minute. Boy, oh boy, I'm excited. So listen, let me do my review right now, because if I don't, I'm going to get caught with my shorts down, so to speak. This is Los Tacos del Gordo, salsa picante, habanero pina. It's habanero pineapple. It's a great sauce. I've already reviewed it. Can't get the top off. There we go. Lime. It's a lovely sauce. Absolutely pepper forward. So really the biggest blast is going to be the habanero. There is vinegar in this, but it's low and you don't really taste it. I'm getting the pineapple on the finish, but I don't really get the pineapple up front. It's a lovely sauce. If you're not a chili head, it's going to burn you. If you've never eaten anything hot, this could be anything from a 6 and up. You never know. If you've never eaten anything hot, this could be a 10 for somebody. If you're a chili head, somewhere between a 2 and a 4 maybe. Lovely sauce, though. It's good on anything like street tacos. You can put that on pizza. You know what? Be creative. You can put it on ice cream. It's a good hot sauce. If you go to the video I did recently reviewing that, you'll see a link in the description box where you can buy some. It is right. So my review's done. Roberta says you got to risk it for the biscuit. Hear that. Natalie says I might add some chipotle powder to spinach, artichoke dip. That's all I got. Natalie, that counts. For real. Look at that. Got some ground black pepper. That will work. I'm serious. This is not about getting burned, you guys. I promise you, it's about community. And when this thing gets started, you're going to go, oh, wow, I get it now. Shimbleshanks, just caught alive. Hope you're doing well, Johnny and Tommy. And awesome crew. Love and light. I'm doing great. I really am. Life is good. You got to see it that way, though. Real Deal F5 bus pass, Pepper. Can I send you pics to your email? Not ready yet, but stable, all green, but look great. Email me, chasetheheat@gmail.com. Ghost Pepper Geek. I grew Dragon's Breath. Gray pepper. You know what? The pepper it's a good pepper. It's a great pepper. It wasn't promoted properly, but I think it's a very, very good pepper. I'm a fan. Wes Lightbird's got some of his own shishito peppers I'm going to eat. Good for you. We are, holy mackerel, 7 minutes away from 1 hot minute. Hey, sorry, excuse me. Came out of nowhere. My goodness. Sorry about that. I got the amnesia pepper from Linda's Fiery Treats. That's a wicked cool pepper, man. That pepper's got legs. It really does. That pepper, to me, has a much longer burn than the average pod. And it happened to me not just once, it happened to me several times. So I think there's something to that. But what do I know? All right, people, we are very David Booley. Good to see you. Look at this. Cam is going with a classic today. Jalapeno. Funny pepper. The jalapeno is like a friend that you really can't trust. You want to trust him, you just can't, because they say that 1 out of every 10 jalapenos is going to be rogue. It's going to burn the snot out of you. Put a 1 in the chat if you have ever experienced a rogue jalapeno. I'll put my 1 in right away because I have. Whoops. See that? There's my 1. It's the wacky friend, exactly. You know what? He's fun. You have a good time with him. Every once in a while, he's going to do something stupid. That's the jalapeno. Look at that. Chris and Melinda's had a rogue one. So has Monk. So has Keith Kingman. You're going to see more ones. It's a weird pepper, man. The only other peppers that I've ever had that has that rogue potential are Fresno's, banana pepper, and the warthog. Okay, so Cindy, I found a spicy thing. I made my son a fridge pickles and put chili peppers in his jar. That counts. Look at that. Tony Suter she's had a rogue jalapeno. So is Dizzy, so is Dale, so is Pepper Poppy. I had one, I kid you not, that was as hot as a habanero. True story. Look at this. Jason Ledford finally made a live stream. You know what? You just got here just a little while ago. Tony said, when is Jason Ledford going to get here? We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And here you show up. Good job, Tony. Way to bring him in. Jason, thank you for being here. Joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Listen, you still have 5 minutes. We're doing 1 hot minute. What that means is quickly, don't run, but quickly go to the fridge or the pantry, the garden, get something spicy. It doesn't have to be stupid hot, but get something spicy. We're going to eat it all together. Goes Pepper Geek says, has Smoke and Ed tried his Pepper X? He would if it was an actual pepper. Sorry, I don't believe it's real. I said it. I live in South America. What are you going to do? Come get me? I don't think it's real. Go look at the video I did on the Last Dab experience where they claimed with his own voice in front of a camera it's 2.4 million. And I had it reviewed by 2 different independent labs. Neither one of them were able to go past 61,000. That's a problem if you're claiming it's 2.4 million. Just saying. Words matter, people. All right. Is Archie's mom going? Archie's mom is taking off. Yes, Archie's mom. Thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. Proud of you. Keep up the good work. All righty. We are now down to, where's the clock here? 4 minutes to 1 hot minute. Man, I like 1 hot minute. This is going to be fun. Shimbleshanks. Love those glasses, Johnny. The spiciest thing in my home, probably my cat's attitude or catitude. How's Katie, by the way? Katie has sneezed several times today, so I'm kind of keeping my eye on her. But she's good. She's destroying stuff. Selmy Pop, good to see you. Thanks for being here. She's good. She's shredding that. She's a cat. She's a kitten. She's too big. She has too much horsepower for a teeny little. Like kittens are supposed to be little, and she's not little, but she still has that kitten brain. Does stupid things. It is what it is. Can't do much about it. All right, people, we are 3 minutes away from 1 hot minute, and I don't have anything to blow my nose with. Wow. It's the AC, people. You know what? I can't do it. I was going to get up and go to tissues, but I can't do it. It's bad form. Look at that. Bard's got zombie snot. Well, it's a great hot sauce. I mean, I like that. Real deal's at the stove. He's not fooling around. We got trouble here. All right. We are probably a minute and a half away from 1 minute. So most of you have kind of told me what you're doing with 1 hot minute. Man, oh man. I'm going to do it really fast. I got to blow my nose. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like, in fact. Leave more comments. I'll be right back. I'll make it quick. More comments. Come on. Let's go. See that? I lost a couple. Hey, it happens. All right. Johnny has lost a lot of weight. Who said that? Did somebody say I lost weight? Well, I've lost a pound or two. I don't think I lost weight. I'm just kind of putting it in different places. Right back. And just like that, I'm back. All right. Presione me gusta, por favor. All right. We are literally 50 seconds from 1 hot minute. Who's excited? Man, I'm excited. Here we go. Look at this. Keith says, I wish the world had arms because I would give it a hug. Seems like that's what it needs. It needs love. And yeah, you know what? It's like when two people are fighting, neither one of them want to say, I'm sorry. Somebody has to bend and say, hey, man, I'm sorry. Everybody, whether you want to love somebody next to you or not, we all need to love. It sucks, but it's true. Here's the thing, though. If you love and you give it away, it comes back. We are, holy crap, we're 20 seconds away. You ready? Everybody ready? Man, 1 hot minute. Love 1 hot minute. It was a goose. Sounded like it, didn't it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hot minute. Eat your spicy stuff. Here we go, people. Now, if you've never done a 1 hot minute, get ready because here's where the fun begins. All righty? So just a moment now. Here we go. Keith Kimming says, oh, yeah. People are going to start eating stuff and get burned. No telling what Dale Cox will do. Here we go. Moser Roth, dark chocolate. Chili dark chocolate. Very, very nice. All right. Uh-oh. Dizzy says it's soapy. Don't know what he's eating, but it's soapy. And we're only seconds away from the first hot score. Krista Melinda with Grassy. And Shimbleshanks is just cuddling the cat. And Arabian Bard out of the gate with a 3. She has broken the ice. Well done, Arwa. All righty. So it won't cool down pizza. The base is Mr. Naga, a whole jar. That's a great base for pizza, real deal. Wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Yuck. Hate black pepper, says Susie. Dizzy says you get this weird perfume tone, and then it begins very, very slowly. Keith Kingman claiming. All right, Dale Cox, 2 Primatalis down and 1 Warthog. I need to see a video of that. And he's at a 3. He's a beast. He can do it. I'm still waiting for that email, dude. What do you got? Please email me. Come on. Monk's good at a 2. Chili Phil is at a 3 and climbing. Brock Bambi's at a 4. Keep seeing these long peppers and cooking. What are they? They're long peppers. More later. Brock Bambi's at a 4. Oh, I said that right. Let's see where we're at. I'm burning over a 10. Well, that's going to get honorable mention right there. 0.5 for Jason Ledford. Taxi Daltz at a 3 on the outside is Melinda with a 4.5. Side of the tongue hurts bad, says Dizzy Dragon. R was up to a 4, namely your mouth. Real Deal's 10-inch pizza. Stay with me. Horse race. Tony's Hooter, where's your score? Come on now. I know there are people out there eating spicy stuff. Let's make it happen, Captain. All right. Okay, so the side the tongue hurts bad is 6 because that's the side he chewed it on. True story. That's how it works. All right, so Dale Cox, he's now eaten 5 Douglas peppers, 3 Reapers, and he's at a 5. Natalie Strasser, probably at a 1. Tingles, but not breaking a sweat. Fair enough. That counts in a big way. Brock Bandy's at a 6. Keith Kingman, habanero, 3 right now. The commentary is awesome. It's a horse race. We're at Churchill Downs, people. Chili Phil peaked at 4. Are you sure it's peaked? It may have one of those false peaks. West Lightburn, 0. No heat in a shishito, but love the taste. Boy, I love those cooked in oil, blackened. Oh. Dizzy Dragon, I moved to a 7 so Dale won't pass me. That's strategic 1 hot minute right there. Tassie Dalt, strong garlic chili taste, 3.5. Sam says it's crazy that Dale's able to eat those super hots when he just had heart surgery like 2 weeks ago. Things that make you go, right? Dale's a beast. All right, so see what's going on here. Looking to see something from Arwa. Looking to see something more from Krista Melinda. Kingman, I was about to say, what's Kingman doing? Kingman's now at a 4. He was at a 3, so it's rising. Hey, I probably should not have done the habanero for my first 1 hot minute. I'm still at a 10. Boy, we're going to have to go honorable mention for A, right? First 1 hot minute ever does a habanero, and out of 10, it's ferocious. Gangster. All right, so I'll tell you what, it's kind of nice when there's this few people, when there's like 100, 150, 200 people. It's a little crazy. Dizzy said it's really sweet and really sweet. Chlorophyll, grassy tones, and a red pod, but grassy. I've eaten all the peppers now, and I'm at a 7. Formidable. Kristen, it's hot, but it doesn't exactly hurt. I think we're peaking at 5. Tassidal, respect. Brock Bandy at a 5. R was on the way down to a 2. Wes Lightburn, you're a beast, eh? No quarter, love the name. Are you under a tsunami warning? No, we're not. Since jalapenos don't hurt anymore, I think it's time to move up. Uh-oh. She might like pain. Chili Phil, it's my 4th super hot in the last hour. You're a beast. Gout, good to see you. Dizzy's at an 8. Kidman went from a 4 to a 6. Who's sweating? A is saying thank you to Wes because he's a beast. Brock Bandy's at a 3. Real deal. Half down and a 4. So we got another half to go. Will you eat that? You might go up to 8. Dale Cox at an 8. Chris and Melinda back down to a 1 or 2. Timothy Glass, I'm watching USGS live. Tassie Dog back down to a 1. See, we're starting to unwind here. We're starting to come in the home stretch. All right, so I'm looking to see what R was doing. Looking to see if Keith Kimmon's up to. When I first did this, I had a baby spoonful of mild sauce. It's not her first 1 hot minute. Just saying. See, I don't think I ever got more than a 2 with it. But my tolerance is really in the toilet. It's very low because I haven't been eating hot stuff. But the fun part about that is when I start eating again, it can burn. Keith Kingman is winding down. Chili Phil, 3 peach warthog, 1 apocalypse scorpion, and a purple gator jigsaw. Dizzy Dragon, it doesn't even have that much placenta on the walls, but every bit of the placenta is brutal. Dale Cox staying at an 8. He ate a garden full of peppers tonight. Tassie Doll, I went from a wooden spoon. Went with a wooden spoon. Makes a big difference to the taste. You're right, it does. Fowler, hey, Bus. Sorry I'm late. Having a day. Dude, I'm sorry. Praying for you, man. One's from Fowler. He's a good guy. Alrighty here. A is finally, finally coming down at a 6 now, but I will sure feel it in the morning. Going to feel it in 3 hours, dude. Dizzy Dragon, it wasn't a gradient. I think it might be why the warthog is so hot, even though it's not that bumpy. You know, I think that I used to always think that bumpy equated heat. It doesn't. It's nice when it does, but it's not a guarantee. It's nothing you can count on. Gouthy, too late for a pepper for me. Yeah, I know how that is. I feel you. Kingman now at a 2. We have Lightburn saying hi to prayers for Jeremy. I appreciate that, Wes. You're a good dude. False peak with my 5-way cross. I'm at a 9. I'm suspect of a 5-way cross. Had to say it. Very suspect of a 5-way cross. What do you think about a 5-way cross, Dizzy Dragon? Cindy G, my 16-year-old is laughing at me. Can I tell you something? Everybody laughs at me. It's okay. Fowler, thanks, Johnny. Big love, Bus. Hope everybody's having a better day. I think so. Drooling, Dizzy Dragon. Bumpy peppers sure are pretty. They are. I wish they hurt, but sometimes the bumpier is better. Look at a RB003. Bumpy like crazy, just not that hot. Wasn't a lie, as they were not that hot for them to use spice. Almost back to normal. 16 for Cindy J. Cheese is helping, says real deal. Let's see here. Dizzy. It's a good one. Chris, I know what you mean, but I know also, but you also know what I mean. That pepper kicked like Bruce Lee, says Keith Kingman. 5-way cross is kind of crazy, right? Especially when you started it really recently. Just saying. Not saying you can't, just saying it's kind of weird. If we were playing poker, I'd call your bluff. That's what I'm saying. Let's see where we're at here. Endorphin dump at a 2, says Dale Cox. Look at this. Dizzy says bumpier, more placenta on the walls. Whether that placenta is actually producing stuff is another story. You never know. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody thinks they know everything about peppers. I can eat them really well. I don't know anything about it. All I do is spit out stuff people have told me. I've never grown, right? I want to someday. I think I will someday. How do you stop the last of the burning on vocal cords? What are you talking about? See what I did there? Time. It's like somebody drunk. You can't get them sober with a cup of coffee. It just takes time. Time. I know it's a bummer, but real deal. Okay, 7, maxing it, I think. It's peaking. Melinda says, I've been eating jalapeno a day for the vitamin C. I had one last week that was practically a bell pepper. Then the next day, a different one that kicked me in the face. Hang on a second. Dizzy says, I do, and somehow I still eat them. Sam says, I could see you crossing 2 peppers that were 2 crosses, but having it crossed with M.A. Warthog already and full of pods is a bit of a stretch. I have a cross with a yellow M.A. Warthog, but they won't. He's going to finish that thought later. But they won't be ripe until the end of the summer. There we go. And I got my seeds super early, he says. Dizzy says, I'm back at 3 and that dull pain point where the gum pulses. You ever have that, you guys? You eat something hot, it does this on you? I actually like when that happens. I had one on a pizza like that, Kristen. Having trouble breathing. You hear that? It's terrible. I'm going to blame it on the AC unit. Otherwise, I have nothing to blame it on. I have to blame something. Hey, drank some milk and mouth is no longer on fire. At a 2, but I'm sweating. Not too bad for a chick. Listen to me, Eddie. You might have wanted to consult me. If you're not really used to that, you know what's going to happen? You think you're out of the woods in an hour or 2, you might get stomach cramps. We call them cat cramps. If you do, I'm really sorry. Please do send me a pic of the innards of the warhead warthog. It's got a nice ring to it. Kingman's mouth is still on fire. That'll happen. Guys, we are gonna wrap this thing up in 5 minutes because I got some stuff to do, and Tommy is getting ready for his show. It's gonna be a doozy. Guys, if you never, this is a 1 hot minute. It's a good time. Everybody's laughing and having fun. Kids are laughing at their parents, and parents are laughing at their children. Sam, chug milk or boot to avoid cat cramps. It's not much fun to chunder, but if you're getting, if it comes down to having cat cramps or blowing chunks, blow chunks. You'll be happier. Like he said, he's been growing all year. Hawaii evacuating the coast. It's kind of a bummer. Glad I'm nowhere near Hawaii. Hey, Tommy? Tsunami warning in Hawaii. You want to take a look at that for me? Me gusta un momento caliente. 1 hot minute. See that? No joking. The kiddos laugh. Well worth it. Just Joan. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Love the glasses, Leonard style. Why, thank you, Keith Kickman. You're a rock star. Thank you for saying that. All right. So we're getting ready to wind this down. Thank you guys for being here. If you are somebody who's sober, or if you know somebody who's sober, pretend there are blinders on. Stay in your own lane. All right? Real quick, I went over the 3 things I said we can all do to stay in our own lane. Own your journey without forcing your journey on somebody else. If your journey is you're going to have a few beers, don't force that on somebody else. If your journey is you're sober, stay in your lane. Somebody says, I'm sober by eating gummies. Don't look at them and say, no, you're not sober. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's stupid. It doesn't help. 2, set boundaries. Don't set ultimatums. All right. Protect your space and your peace. Know when to step back and know when to speak up. All right. Staying in your lane means knowing when where your influence ends and somebody else's begins. All right. Natalie, I'm so glad you came for your first 1 hot minute. You got to come back and do another one. We don't televise them usually. I haven't done one in months. The third and the last one is practice compassion, not comparison. I've been saying this for a long time. You know what comparison is? Anybody? Comparison is the thief of joy. It's the thief of joy. That's all there is to it. If you start comparing yourself to somebody else, they have that and I don't, just be happy with what you got. That's my thing. Sam says, I just have to say, we be your friends even without a 5-way cross. Exactly. Or tincture made of pure MA warthogs or eating 20 super hots at 1 hot minute. Everybody's friends here. Look at that. Tony's Hooter saying amen. I appreciate that. Look at that. You don't run your lights 24 hours a day, Dale. They'll never flower. Again, I don't know squat about growing. Dale says he's wrong. You know what? Why don't you guys email me? I'll make a bet. I don't want to do it on the video. But email me. I'll tell you my take if you want. Jane, I did not partake, but sure enjoyed you all at your antics. Thank you. Have a good night. Much love. I love you guys. And Dale, I've been asking you for a while, dude. Email me, please. Sam, you can. All of you guys can. ChaseTheHeat@gmail.com. I love you all. Please be kind. Stay in your own lane. Don't judge others, please. Someone's trying to get clean. Don't judge them. All righty. That's right. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if it's like that with pepper plants, but it's like that with a lot of other plants. That I do know to be true. All right, you guys. Ooh, Queensland's there. Queenslander. You guys have been fun to hang out with. I love you. I mean it. Be kind. I'll see you guys in the morning. I am Johnny Scoville, and this, you betcha, this was Chase the Heat in South America.